hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Northie Tara. For those of you who don't know me, I am a content creator based in Montreal, and I'm also trying to base myself also in New York, so I kind of do like a back and forth between both. And on today's YouTube video, I wanted to just kind of give you guys life updates on what's currently going on my end, how my perspective has changed regarding certain situations and this and that, and just kind of have like a gal's talk basically. So if you want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is Northie Tara, my TikTok is Northie Tara, my business account with my sister, so Pashu, is Pashuworld, and obviously I have YouTube. I don't have Snapchat, I don't have Facebook. Long story about Snapchat. I could definitely like let you guys know later on in the video what happened with that, but I only have 3 social media, so Instagram, TikTok, and obviously YouTube. So yeah, as I mentioned, I just wanted to kind of like chit chat about certain things. I really wanted to start with like giving you guys a life update on what's going on my end. I feel like I haven't done a YouTube video in a bit, right? As I mentioned before, I'm not trying to do a YouTube video like every week. I would love to do a YouTube video every week, but I feel like it's just not realistic for me. But I'm also the type of person that I'm not going to be doing things consistently. Like, I know usually Virgos, they're very consistent and they're very organized and this and that, but which I am. I feel like I am consistent and I am organized and this and that, but I feel like I'm consistent to a certain extent. Like, usually I'll do something if I feel like I want to do it, not because like I have to do it, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of like my downfall, where everything in life I only do it because I want to and not because I have to. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to be more consistent because I promised myself that I would be, so I'm definitely working on that. So I'm gonna try to, like as mentioned, continue doing like videos once a week and posting on Instagram. I'm trying to post more consistently, with TikTok also, just because I feel like the algorithm is against me right now. So I'm trying to go back to my ways as I was before and post more consistently. So this is a sheet mask from CAIA. I love the brand CAIA. It's the vitamin C and niacinamide golden secret sheet mask. I'm in love with these sheet masks. They're so good. So since right now it's currently like, it's almost noon, and usually around noon I go to the gym, but I'll be going to the gym later on with my boyfriend. So right now I'm just relaxing and taking care of my skin. I love sheet masks. I prefer sheet masks rather than just like any other mask that you have to apply on your face and then you have to rinse it. I just think that's like one of the most annoying things, where like you have this mask on and then you're watching a movie and then you have to like get up and freaking rinse your face off and do your skincare and this and that. Like, I'm just not about that life. I realize that I'm a person, I really like the easy way in life, and I feel like it's totally normal, because who wants to work really hard to get shit done? You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna do the minimum requirements to get what I need to get done. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know, if you're a Virgo, are you like me? Like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna go above and beyond for anything. I just want to chill, if I'm being honest. I really just do want to chill. So, life updates. I've been really consistent with the gym recently. So I know I mentioned to you guys on my last YouTube video that I do Pilates and then I do bar hit, and then I was wondering like what I wanted to do between both, because it's expensive and I can't do both. So happily, thank God for that, I got like this collaboration with this studio where they're offering me 10 courses. I could either choose bar hit or Pilates, and in those 10 courses I do get 2 free courses that are like private for Pilates. So I have booked my classes till like May, like end of May, and then afterwards I'm gonna continue paying it by myself. But from now till May I have 3 courses, so I'm really excited about that. So twice a week I have classes. So I'm starting to take more Pilates classes because Pilates is more expensive, so I'm kind of like taking advantage of the collaborations to do more Pilates, because bar hit classes is like $30, and then Pilates classes like $55, like around those prices. So I'm taking a lot of Pilates classes right now, and I really love Pilates. As I mentioned, I feel like it's very therapeutic for me. It's good for my soul, it's good for my mind, it's good for my body. So I really love Pilates. So I take 2 classes of Pilates per week, and then in between I go to the gym, my home gym that I have, and then I do like 15 minutes or 20 minutes cardio, and then I work on my arms, glutes, and legs. So I have kind of like this, I kind of have like a routine where I do like the same exercises. And then sometimes like when I'm on TikTok, I see these gym, like personal trainers where they're letting you know like tips on how to, grow your glutes, to like have a firmer butt and this and that. So sometimes I kind of like switch it up and I do the recommendations, but most of the time I still do like my same movements, because when I was younger I used to have a personal trainer when I really wanted to lose weight. So to give you guys some more context, I'm like 5'6", and I'm around 127 pounds, I'd say. Most probably I'm a bit less. Last time I weighed myself was in December, and I was 128. So I think I'm around 100, yeah, let's say 127, who cares? And I would want to lose a couple of, I would want to go to maybe like 125, if that makes sense. Or like maybe 120, but I feel like 120 is gonna be too, like I'm gonna look sick. So 125 would be like my sweet spot. I'm usually always 130 pounds, so I would want to lose like 5 pounds, which is not a lot. I know I'm able to do that. I just really need to be consistent with like my nutrition and my gym and that, and I have been very consistent with my gym. My nutrition also, if it was up to me, I would only eat salad and like grilled chicken, and then like fruits and vegetables and this and that throughout the day. But like my boyfriend, he doesn't really like, he'll eat salad, but like he's not gonna eat salad like throughout the whole week. He's gonna like want maybe some rice, like some pasta. So obviously pasta is a bit fattening, and if it were up to me it wouldn't be in my diet, but like, I guess I have to compromise. So I've been doing a mix of both. So I feel like my diet, like I feel like I could be more strict with my diet, but I haven't been. So I'm kind of working on that portion. But to get back to the story, so I used to have a personal trainer when I was younger, because when I was younger, I've always been like super tall. Well, super tall. I've always been taller than the rest of the girls in my class. I've always really been like 5'6" as of maybe like Sec 1, and I've always been 130 pounds. So I haven't really changed. Like my body hasn't really changed from when I was like in Sec 1 till now. So like when I was like maybe what, 13 or 12 to like 25, my body hasn't really changed. I feel like obviously I became more firm now because of the exercises that I've been doing, but in all, like my body hasn't changed. So I remember when I was younger, I really wanted to lose weight for prom, and my mom, she had this personal trainer. My sister had the same personal trainer. We're all at the same gym, and then my mom was like, well, just get the same personal trainer, and then he's gonna give you a couple of tips on how to lose weight and to firm your body and this and that. So I had my personal trainer, and I really loved working with him. He was so chill and so fun. And yeah, so I was able to kind of like lose weight with him, and I was also on a very strict diet, and I was able to accomplish my goal. But I feel like I haven't really changed my gym routine, just because I still do the same exercises that I've been doing since I was like 16 till now. So I do feel like maybe I'm not able to lose more weight because I've been doing the same exercises, and I have to work on that. So that's why I kind of do Pilates and bar just because I have like a different type of exercises, different type of vibes, and I'm working different parts of my body. So I feel like my legs are a bit slimmer. My butt is like, the butt is like the hardest muscle to grow or to plump and this and that. So I haven't been seeing a lot of changes from my glutes. And I'm gonna try to work on a more consistent meals that are going to be more aligned with my gym journey, if that makes sense. So that's that. Also for my hair, so if you guys follow me on TikTok, you may know that I am trying to regrow my hair. I also made a YouTube video recently and I was talking about my hair journey and, you know, this and that. So I'm really trying to get my hair back to where it was. Obviously it will be like, I feel like people are so dramatic with hair. Like hair is hair and hair is always gonna grow. Like you could do whatever hairstyle that you want, honestly, and it's gonna grow back. Like hair is not that deep. And I feel like people, they're just so like, oh, my hair, like it's just relaxed. Like it's really not that deep. I've always been the type to really be adventurous with my hair, like ever since I was young. So ever since I was in Sec 1, my mom allowed me to like dye my hair and then buy whatever hair dye that I wanted to, and then do so many different things. So I've always had curly hair, as I told you guys. I could show you guys another picture of what my hair like naturally looks like. I have like, my hair is very curly and very thick, and it's kind of like this dark, like the color that I have now in my hair is the darkest brown, and that's like my natural hair color. It's a very dark brown, but it's not black. So if I show you guys, so this is what my hair like naturally looks like. It's very curly, very like, it's like a big, like it's a big afro. So I'm trying to get my hair back to that state. But if I give you guys an example, so my hair has been curly like all my life, right? Obviously it's my natural hair texture. And when I was growing up, when I was like in elementary school, so like grade 5, grade 6, I always wanted to have my hair straight. And my mom, she was like, no, like stop straightening your hair, you're gonna break your hair, this and that. And then I would never listen, so I would always like straighten my hair myself. And obviously I would straighten the front but never the back properly, so that was a whole mess, but that's another story. So I was always straightening my hair because I preferred my hair straight. If you have curly hair, I'm sure you can relate to always wanting like something different from what you already have. But I think it's not only for curly hair, I think it's for everyone in general. We always want something that we don't have. Like we're never content with our natural state, if that makes sense. But yeah, so then when I was in Sec 1, I wanted to have like this kind of blondish hair. So I used to buy my hair dye at the drugstore and then just dye my hair with that. And I remember I would dye my hair and then I would want to straighten it. And I wouldn't even like do any treatment or whatsoever. So I would dye my hair, obviously fry my hair off, and then, you know, it would still bounce back and still be curly. And then I would like literally, like my hair wasn't even 100% dry. That's how crazy I was. And then I would just straighten it. And I could literally see my hair like falling off. Like I would straighten it and then this whole piece would just fall off. So I remember those good old days. And then when I was in Sec 2, I dyed my hair red. And then when I was in Sec 3, I used to go back and forth with black and like caramel honey blonde. So I would go back and forth with those. And then throughout this whole time, I would only straighten my hair. So my hair would never like surpass like my shoulders. Obviously it was super damaged. I used to do like a couple of hair treatments from time to time, but it was never like, I wasn't as consistent as I am currently. And then when I was in Sec 4, I would straighten my hair, but it would only be black. And then when I was in Sec 5, I would straighten my hair also. And then in Sec 5, I got a perm, so my hair stayed like straight. And then I used to add in extensions. That's when I kind of got introduced to extensions. So I got like sewed in extensions, and I loved my hair back then. Like it was bomb.com. So it was like jet black hair, straight with like my extensions, and I used to put a lot of extensions, so it would really like be like this big voluminous hair. And I kept that hairstyle for a while, and then I took off my extensions, permed my hair again, and then did like a bob, which I currently have right now, like the same type of vibe. So I did a bob, and then I kind of kept my hairstyle for like few years after with my extensions in. So I kind of like went back and forth with the bob and like the extensions. I would always perm my hair and dye it jet black. Like that was my look. And then it's only recently, so a few years back, so I'm 25, so let's say like maybe when I was in like my early 20s, so like maybe when I was 21, 22, I wanted to begin like my hair journey where my hair is like at its natural state. So I did a big chop, I did braids, I had like wigs and this and that, and I would not like touch my hair. I would only do like these 2 braids, and then my hair would actually like grow and be healthy. And that was at the peak where my hair was at its healthiest. And then what happened is I was on vacation with my boyfriend, so we were at Los Cabos, and then I was like, oh, I really want my hair to be like red, like fire engine red. Because I remember back in the days when my hair was red, it was gorgeous. So I was like, oh, I'm kind of like bored with like my curly hair, and like it's brown, like it's a bit boring. I want some change. So I was like, I want to have my hair like red. He was like, okay, do you, boo. So I think the following week I went to the hairdresser, and then she bleached my hair. But the way that she bleached my hair, it wasn't like a full bleach to then add the red. She did like a partial bleach. So she did like kind of like highlights, I think. It was like, I don't even have a picture of the whole process because it was really traumatizing for me, and I was just like so upset with myself. But anyway, so she did like these highlights. So my full hair wasn't all blonde. It was like brown, caramel, blonde. And then she was like, don't you like it? Like, you shouldn't do red. You should keep your hair like that. And I was like, no, girl. Like, I want my hair to be red. So she was like, okay. But when she was dyeing, like when she dyed my hair red after making me blonde, throughout the process I was thinking, because I was like, okay, well, my hair isn't going to be like this consistent red. It's going to be red. It's going to be dark brown, reddish. And then it's going to be like light red because I have different colors. And when she washed off the color and then she styled my hair and this and that, like my hair was disgusting. Like when I say disgusting, like the texture, my hair was finished. The red was disgusting. It wasn't even the color that I wanted, first of all. And then all like you could see all of these streaks where the red is like different colors. I was just so annoyed that day. Like, and obviously, even if you don't like your hair, you still have to pay and you still have to tip. So I had to pay. It was like $400, and then I had to tip. So I was freaking annoyed and got a box of a black hair dye and then dyed my hair and called it a day. Obviously, my hair had been through so much that it was overly damaged. Like my full set of hair was damaged. So technically, I would have had to just shave everything and start over. But I was like, okay, let me just relax, cut a bit, and then, you know, let my hair grow, and then cut a bit and let it grow. So that happened in September of last year, so 2 years ago. So a year passes, you know, I still straighten my hair, I still do this and that, but I'm not as consistent for it to be healthy. It's only like recently, a couple months ago, where I've been starting to do my treatments, and then I try not to dye my hair, I try not to straighten my hair, and I like do braids and really like low maintenance styles just so my hair could relax and grow. So it's only like I straightened my hair recently just because I wanted to like change. Like I couldn't have it anymore with like my bun. Like having a bun is fun and it's cute, but like I can't always have the same hairstyle. Like it was just too much for me. So I do plan on getting back to my my hair journey as of next week. where I'm gonna like continue doing like my low maintenance hairstyles and then treating them and putting oil and this and that. So that's that. So if we move on to the subject of having friends, so if you guys know me and you've listened to my YouTube videos before, or you follow me on social media and this and that, I'm sure you've seen me have a few friends pass by. And maybe your question is like, why does she keep changing friends? And the thing that I have to say about that subject is I'm the type of person where I could be friends with everyone. Like I don't have like, it's not hard to get along with me. Like I don't have a hard personality. I'm very easygoing. Like I like doing whatever. We could go to the library, we could go to the club, we could go like shop, we could just stay home, bake cookies, make drinks, go get a salad, go get pizza, like go for a walk. Like I don't care. Like I could do whatever. I'm always up for a new adventure or something different. So I'm not really difficult on that end. And I feel like that's why I'm able to have many friends and different friends. It's just because I'm just able to kind of connect with people. It's very easy for me to connect with people, but I feel like it's very hard for people to connect with me, if that makes sense. Because I'm not the type that's going to be like I will be an open book. If you ask me like a certain question, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and then we could discuss on this now. But I'm not gonna like let you into my life in a sense. Like I'm always gonna have like a facade, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna be 100% myself, because I feel like then when you're 100% yourself, you're allowing that person to get into your life. That's where you're gonna be disappointed, and that's where you're gonna be hurt and this and that. So it's been a couple of years now where I've had multiple friends, but I'm not able to kind of keep those friends because I'm not willing to let them in. And then whenever like there's one thing that bothers me, I kind of just drop them. And I've been working on that. Something that I do have to say about that subject is some people are worth keeping and some people aren't. And I feel like I do need to make that difference, where some people, okay, like they do one thing that bothers you, like it's not the end of the world, and you could maybe communicate it and then continue building on that friendship, because I mean you actually like the person and you guys have multiple things in common and you could actually be yourself, as opposed to other people like that aren't worth your time to kind of like have that conversation and this and that. I feel like I really need to work on making a difference between both. But I also feel like most of the people who I've met recently, they're more on where like you're not worth my time. Like I don't even want to discuss what happened or this and that. Like I just don't want you as a friend. So I've been working on that. I've been trying to think of my past friendships and trying to categorize them and see, okay, well maybe I was at fault here, or maybe this wasn't that deep and maybe I let the friendship go too soon, so let me try to work on that. And then obviously those who aren't worth my time, like I haven't reached out to them because I just don't care. But the thing is, a lot of people, they feel like when we fall off or when I stop talking to them, or like, you know, whatever happens, I feel like they think that there is beef, or like we're enemies. But like, we're not enemies, there's no beef. Like I just don't want to be friends with you anymore. Like I just don't feel the need to continue this friendship. But I don't really care what you do. Like there's no hard feelings. Like do you, boo? Like, but I'm not in my corner trying to plot against you type of vibe. I'm really just like, you don't even exist to me anymore. That's kind of my vibe. So, you know, a lot of people, I feel like on their end, they think that I'm mad against them, or like I have beef, but like it's really like I just don't care anymore. But for the friendships that I am trying to rekindle, I've had those conversations with them, and then we've discussed on, you know, how they felt and how I felt, and then how to kind of like move forward with our friendship. And I feel like, you know, those who I reached out to, well, I only reached out to like one person. I feel like that's worth my time. And I do feel like some people, they're not able to understand my point of view with friendships, because most people during their lifetime, they have the same group of friends when they're younger, and then you kind of like grow up with those people. And I'm the type of person, as I mentioned, I'm not the type of person where I hold on to people, in a sense where I'm just kind of like, it is what it is type of vibe. So I try to fix the situation, but on the other end, I'm kind of like, I don't really care. Like I just move on. So I feel like if I would have fought more for my friendships, I would have had more friends. And sometimes it's not only about fighting for your friendships, but it's about not mixing your friend groups. When you mix your friend groups, that's where like some issues also occur. I feel like a lot of situations I could have handled better. Maybe I was just immature back then, or maybe I just didn't like, I didn't care enough about the friendship for me to make those efforts. So when I was younger, so my first best friend, we were in kindergarten, and then we still follow each other on social media, and if ever I see her, obviously I'd say hi, because there's no, like, we had no beef, we just fell off. She had a different group of friends, I had a different group of friends, and we kind of just went our both ways. And then growing up, I had another best friend through elementary, so grade 1 till like high school. She was my best friend, and I felt like we fell off because for me, like, a friendship, as I mentioned before in my videos, like if I consider you my best friend and you are proud to like wear that title where, okay, like, I'm Tara's best friend, I feel like it's not just the word, like, it's not, oh, best friends, hee hee haha. Like, no, like, if you're my best friend, like, you have to stand on business. Like, you have to be my best friend. So if someone is talking shit about me, you have to defend me. Even if I'm not in the room, like, you have to defend me. If someone is out to get me, best believe you're gonna be on my side to try to help me figure this shit out. If I need you, you need to answer. This is a full-time job, like, being a best friend. Like, it's not just hee hee haha, I'm your best friend. No, like, you have to be present, and you have to be there for the person. And I feel like a lot of people, they just kind of like throw the word best friend around, where I really sincerely like stand on business on that. So when I was friends with her, like, she didn't stand on business. She was there for me and I was there for her. So, you know, equal parts on being there for each other. I do feel as we grew up, especially in high school, she wasn't standing on business. Maybe she kind of outgrew me, and maybe she was kind of like tired of, you know, my issues and vice versa. But I feel like we kind of just drifted apart, and she started hanging out with people who didn't like me. And for me, that speaks volumes. Like, okay, so like what's going on, right? So since then, I never wanted to be friends with her again. Like, I do see her from time to time, and I'm like, you know, I barely say hi, honestly, because I'm not gonna say I don't really like her, but I'm not trying to rekindle anything, you know? Like, I'm just like, hi, bye, if I'm being respectful, but I don't want to be friends with her again because of that situation where she didn't stand on business, and when we grew apart, she became friends with people who hated my guts. So, and after I had another best friend, back then I used to kind of like throw best friend very freely, and then an issue happened between her sister and my sister, so we weren't friends anymore, and I've never seen her since. I feel like it's so creepy when, like, you were always with a person like 24/7, and you guys, like, you know, you live in the same neighborhood, but then the person disappears. Like, you don't even see the person, not even like at the grocery store or like in the street, or like waiting for the bus or this and that. Like, the person like as if they never existed. I feel like it's just so creepy. But anyways, I don't know where she is, that girl. She disappeared. I have no clue what's going on with her life, but anyways, you know, it's in the past, so I've moved on from that. And then I had another friend where it was kind of like that vibe where we're friends, but like we don't really have much in common, so like we grow apart, and then we're friends, and then, you know. And I stopped being friends with her because she kind of had like a different mindset than me. So I was very like, so back in the days, like I used to like smoke weed, you know, like I feel like a lot of people, they used to smoke weed. It's not that big of a deal. In Canada it's legal, so whatever. But she kind of like exaggerated in a sense, where I'm sure she was doing like other stuff, and I was like, that's just not my vibe. So we kind of drifted apart because of that and other issues. And then I got to grade 5, where I met this girl, and then we were friends for a couple of years till my late 20s. And then recently we kind of like, I'm not gonna say we grew apart, because we had an argument about a certain topic, but we kind of like just, yeah, we had that argument and then we haven't spoken since. And sometimes I feel like things are like meant to be how it is. Like I don't really see myself trying to rekindle those friendships, just because, as I mentioned before, sometimes you kind of like wait, okay, was I in the wrong? What happened? Can we communicate and can we surpass this? Or is it just like not worth it? And I feel like most of my friends, like those friendships, they meant a lot to me, but I'm not in this, like I just moved on. Like I'm not the same as I was when I was 18 or when I was 21, or like I'm in a different mindset. And even if some of those friends, well, old friends, they're in the same mindset as I am, I just don't see myself having to like have that conversation and then rekindle and then reintegrating them into my life and this and that. Like I just, like there's no point really for me. And I was talking to, like, I guess it's like my breeder, and she was like, it's really important for you to have friends. Like you can't put all of that responsibility into like one or two people, which would be my sister and my boyfriend. Like you can't expect one person to have different roles in your life. Like obviously he could be a friend or she could be a friend, and then they could be this, they could be that too, but they can't be all one person. But they can be all of those things. It's a lot of pressure for one person. So she had me thinking since that day, like I can't expect someone to be like, to wear all these hats basically. So I'm trying to, so since then I've really been thinking about my friendships and who did I actually like, and who do I actually want to continue being their friends, and who do I actually see that they fit into my life and my lifestyle. So that's why I reached out to that certain person, and then, you know, we're supposed to meet and then talk about how we could be friends again. But it's not anyone from the past who actually did me dirty. Like I feel like we just fell off, and that's because of me. But yeah, I feel like I've been thinking about my friendships and how like some people, I wouldn't be friends with them again. And before I used to kind of like feel guilty, because I would be like, okay, well, maybe I'm the issue and I'm the problem because I keep on passing through these friendships and nothing really sticks. And in a sense I am, because as I mentioned, my view on friendships, it's really different from other people. Because I'm like more of a, I wouldn't say like a loner, but like I grew up with like my mom not having a lot of friends. Like my dad, he has friends, like he has the same group of friends, but he's not always with his friends. Like he sees his friends once in a blue moon, and he's mostly like by himself. So, and my sister also, she has no friends. So I grew up with my family having little to no friends. So I feel like that's why I'm the way I am, and I'm content how I am. Like I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything. But I still feel like, as I mentioned, it's unfair to those people in my life to kind of like be everything for me. So I am trying to balance it out and rekindle friendships that I feel like are worth rekindling. So as I mentioned, that's why I kind of reached out to that girl. So I've been having that thought process just because I just wanted to kind of like self-reflect and see, like, am I crazy or am I actually doing the right thing? So maybe one day I'll be able to go into like each detail about what happened with those friendships. But I feel like it's kind of like, obviously since I'm not even stating any names or this and that, but I still feel like I'm kind of like telling people their business, which I feel like is unfair. So I don't think I'm gonna go into those details, but maybe one day, who knows. I've also, and it's so funny, but I've also kind of been in my like gardening era. There's a lot of plants around my home. So there's a couple of plants near the window. We have plants over here, we have plants over there. In every room there's a plant. And my boyfriend and I, we really want to get this tree that we saw that we absolutely love. So we're getting this tree soon, because I feel like it would just be the perfect fit for the house. Like our home is very like, it's very neutral. Like the couch is white, like a lot of the furniture is like white, cream, beige, like very neutral. And then I feel like the green just adds into like the kind of like peaceful home. And also having plants is like really good for you. It's good for your it's good for the energy of the home. I do know that it really helps with the vibe of the home, and it just kind of like enhances the mood. So I've been really in my gardening era, but like I don't know anything really about plants. My boyfriend mostly does. So most of the time we buy the plants and then he takes care of them. So he's gonna like position them, because some plants, they need to be directly at the sun, and some they have to be like away from the sun and this and that. So he kind of takes care of that. And then I just like buy the plants. And what I've been doing is I've been growing green onions. I'm just so amazed of how they've been growing, and they grow so fast. That's the crazy part. So these are like directly towards the sun. And then, you know, as I mentioned, I have a couple of others, but like the tree that we're gonna put, most probably we're gonna put it towards the entrance, because we already have a plant here, and then behind me is where the TV is, so there wouldn't be like as much space. But then the final update that I have for you guys is, obviously I have to talk about Pashu. So for those of you who don't know, Pashu is a brand that my sister and I, we created, and we're working towards our rebranding right now. So we kind of did a couple of modifications since we last spoke. Pashu used to be Pashu Shop, but it's now Pashuworld. The reason why we decided to do Pashuworld is just because Pashu is not just like, it's not just a like, oh, let me go shop on Pashu and let me just go pick up a couple of things. Like we want it to be like a whole thing, like a whole world basically. Like you get into the Pashu world and you see all of these amazing things and these amazing products, and like we want it to really be something different. So I feel like Pashu world is the perfect fit. So currently we're working on 3 different things. Well, more than 3 things, but like I feel like my sister, she likes to do like multiple things at the same time, where I'm more of, okay, let me get this done, let me get this done first, and then, you know, like I'm not the type to kind of like be all over the place, where she is, and that's her personality, and that's fine. But I'm more like, let me get this done first and then move on. So right now we're working on our formula for our peptide lip treatment. This is version number 4. So this is our 4th version. And what I could say about version number 4 is the consistency is really nice. I currently have it on my lips. The consistency is really nice. The scent that we chose for this is also really, really nice. And I really try to buy lip treatments, or even like lip oils or lip balms or whatever, that are more on the natural side or unscented. So I feel like that's the vision that we had for the scent of the peptide lip treatment. And the consistency is really nice also. You guys are going to love it. What we did is we sent, because we got like six tubes from the lab, so we sent out 3 of them to our followers and our clients just to get their honest opinion, and everyone was like, it's amazing. So most probably we're going to end with version number 4. We also loved version number 3. The only thing is with version number 3, it kind of like gets grainy a bit depending on where you put the tube. So version number 3 is a bit more thicker. So I usually wear it during the night, and it's in my other bathroom, so like the master bathroom. And it's more like cool in that area. Like I put it in a drawer, and recently like I picked it up and I saw like it was a bit grainy. So we're kind of working with the lab to see like what could be done, because I know a lot of people, they weren't satisfied with Rolled when her products were becoming grainy, and obviously it's not a texture that you want on your lips. So we're working with that. So right now we're kind of like focusing on version number 4 and trying to better version number 3. But honestly, my favorite is version number 4. It's like really good. And then we're working on our landing page. Our landing page is almost done, and we're supposed to launch by the end of this month, so the end of April. We're really excited about that. And we're also working on our packaging for our peptide lip treatment. We're really trying to see like what do we like and what will our consumers like, because sometimes, example, like I really like pink, I really like neutral colors, soft colors like creams, but that's not necessarily what's going to sell, and that's not necessarily what people they're looking for. So we're kind of stuck in between what we want and what the consumers want, and we're trying to find that perfect like middle ground. So we're kind of working on that, but we're almost done. Like we're really like just revising all of the final versions of everything, and the next step is going to be we're going to work on our website, and then we're going to work on our second product that's going to launch this summer. So the first product that you guys are going to be able to get your hands on is going to be the peptide lip treatment. And the reason why we wanted to do a peptide lip treatment is because, well, I'm not going to talk for Bianca, but for myself, first off, we all know it's like it's not, I'm not going to say it's trending, but it's a recent trend where people are really focused on the health of their lips. For myself, I have really chapped lips. Like my lips are always chapped, and the reason why is because I'm not hydrated enough. Like I don't drink enough water, this and that, and I feel like even if I do drink a lot of water, my lips are still chapped, but that's another story. So I've always been looking for a product that's really going to repair my lips and kind of give it that long lasting hydration that it needs, and I haven't been able to find one, if I'm being honest. A lot of people, they go towards Aquaphor. Aquaphor for me hasn't been working. My lips are still chapped after using it. It does hydrate on the moment, but like long lasting hydration, I don't see it at all, and I feel like it kind of makes my lips even more dry. There's this thing called Blistex. Blistex also hasn't been working for me. I put Vaseline on my lips, it hasn't been working for me. Like I haven't really found a solution for my heavily chapped lips. I have tried the topicals one, and it's really good. I really like it. I like that it's soothing and this and that. So we were kind of like inspired by the topicals, and we're also inspired by the Rolled, like how she does her packaging, and I've been inspired by products that have worked for me. So topicals works for me, it's really good. Rolled, I feel like she changed her formula, because when she just launched, her formula was insane. Like it was so good, and we kind of got inspired by her first formula. Now I feel like she tweaked it a bit to where now it's kind of like grainy, and I feel like it's not as hydrating as it was before. So, and also we also got inspired by Summer Fridays, so we took the best out of those products and other products, and we kind of tweaked it and changed it into our own. So I feel like that's why we wanted to start with a lip product, because everyone needs a lip product. Like everyone is constantly hydrating their lips or putting on lip gloss or this and that. So I feel like it would be the best way to kind of like relaunch and reintroduce ourselves. So yeah, we're gonna be launching the lip treatment really soon. we're really excited. As I mentioned, we're just finalizing a couple of things, and then it's gonna be ready. I wish I could kind of like tell you guys more about Pashu and what the rebranding is actually going to be, but I feel like I would have, like, my sister would have to be here so we could kind of like bounce back on each other and tell you guys from A to Z, like, what is Pashu, what's the meaning of Pashu, why did you guys you know, why did you guys choose that name? Like, what does it mean to you? Because Pashu, a lot of people think Pashu is just a word that we invented, but it's actually like, it actually means something. And then kind of like dig deeper onto what to expect from Pashu. So I'm really excited for that. Most probably we're gonna do a video on it maybe like in the following weeks, because I feel like, you know, the launching page is almost ready, and I really want to get you guys more involved in our day-to-day decisions regarding Pashu. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I also have another Ardennes event that I'll be vlogging. And what I could do also is like a day in my life where, you know, I wake up, I show you guys what I eat during the day, what I do during the day, the type of exercises that I do, something more relaxed but still kind of like moving type of vlog vibe. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I mentioned, follow me on social media, TikTok, Instagram, and obviously subscribe, like, share. Thank you guys for supporting me, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.